franchises. 5 of them are cloud-based real estate companies. Back in 1906, Coldwell Banker started a franchise model. When Coldwell Banker got together and started the franchise model, they built this from 1906, about 120 years ago. Here's what we ran into. They took their franchise model, and what they did was they recruited a bunch of investors to give them money to take their brand nationwide and then internationally. Then what they did was they recruited a whole bunch of other investors to give them money to buy regions inside of this brand. And then what they did was they recruited a whole bunch of franchisee broker owners to buy these franchises or market centers from them. So they bought in, so now they own it. Well, how cool is that, right? And then who did they go recruit? 100% of the money comes from the agents. So they built a giant pyramid and forgot to include the agent because the agent's the one who brings in all the money. Oh, shocker. Yeah, that's right. So they recruited them, we recruited them, we recruited them. They recruit all of us agents to go work at their brokerage. So let me ask you guys the billion-dollar question. Who's the only billionaire on that page? Where are they?
At the top.
How can that be? The agent's bringing all the money. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you're not part of the pyramid. Money comes in, right? For those of you who just passed your tests or have a license and got a license, you know the broker is who gets the money. So the broker and the franchisee get the money. What do? Well, they pay the partners. They pay them first. They pay them the revenue right off the top. And they got to pay that partner. They certainly got to pay that partner. Then they got to pay you the commission percent that they agreed on when they negotiated with you, which is so cool. So it's like buying that used car. You got a sweet deal. As long as you don't talk to Demetrius, well, he got a little better deal. Right? This is how the franchise models are built. So you're as good as, oh yeah, your next sale. Why? Because you're never a partner in the business with these guys, okay? So here's the truth, guys. We have an old antiquated model. But it was built back in 1906. Same model still prevails. Well, what's happened in the last dozen years or so is, oh yeah, our friends, these cloud companies that old guys like me did not understand, right? I'm still struggling a little bit, but somebody was nice enough, my partner Mark Z, to teach me what the hell cloud-based really meant. I'm like, oh, that's what that means. I kind of like that. No wonder Zillow's the #1 name in real estate, for crying out loud. Why? Because they're a cloud company. I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of getting this. There's no red costs. So it's the same as all these other companies that are cloud companies that sell direct to the client. Okay, I'm kind of getting this. Can't see how it fits into real estate yet because I was pretty slow at this. But I understood this because I was one of those forever, right? So I was like, wait a minute. So cloud base has all the money and none of the costs where these franchise models have it. Okay, so these Zillow companies are the ones putting the squeeze in these guys because they're going to be able to dictate where your agents work. So if you're not at a cloud-based, if you want to fight a cloud-based giant, and you want to fight a cloud company on a cloud platform, what's the first thing you better be in order to fight them on their platform? If I want to fight a cloud-based giant, what do I need to be?
Cloud-based?
Oh, look at you. Just shout it out when you know. Then I probably need to be cloud-based. Yeah. So if I'm not cloud-based, and I'm an old antiquated pyramid model, I'm in trouble. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Yeah, probably makes sense. That's why when we start looking at top 20 brokerages in the world, well, let's take a look. 15 of them are those franchise models, right? 5 of them are cloud-based models. Well, so the 15 had 3 things in common, right? The 3 things they have in common: they were losing market share, they were losing revenue, and they're losing agent count. Every single one of them. All 15. Now the 5 cloud-based ones had 3 things in common too. They were all gaining market share, gaining revenue, and gaining agent count. That's these guys. No shock that all of a sudden these guys came out of nowhere to boom, right? Mm-hmm. And how and why is that? Well, you guys heard of all these companies? Mm-hmm. Heard of these companies? Yeah, these all have something in common. They're cloud-based. These all have something in common. They're franchise models. These are all going out of business or out of business. These are all growing at the speed of light. Shocker. No, it's not. This is called the world we live in. We live in the tech age right now. This is growing or it's dying. All these franchises and all these great companies with these big names, and it's awesome. They've been around, one of them since 1906. Guess what? The franchise model isn't growing, therefore it's dying, exactly. So do you want, if you had a choice, and you had an option, Robert, to get your license and say, I'm going to hang it wherever, but I want to be the guy standing there with the key to lock the door the last day that anybody's there? That doesn't sound like fun to me. It doesn't sound like, wow, there's growth there. Woo-hoo. Going out of business, yeah, Clarence, I mean, what are we talking about? Right? And this is what we're looking at, guys. And it's not because of me. I'm not that important to the world. Right? It's not because Mark Z and we are here. That's not the answer. Right? Cloud-based companies are the answer.